Hello everyone. Today we'll be seeing how we can configure Oracle RAC on AWS. For this we'll be using an automated tool through which it will make our life simpler to install Oracle RAC on your cloud platform. So let us proceed. The software which I was talking about is FlashGrid, and the company's name is FlashGrid, and the software is SkyCluster. So FlashGrid, this is already been supported by AWS. If you go to this AWS site, and you can also see that AWS supports FlashGrid for your Oracle RAC. So FlashGrid is a third-party provider of storage software solutions and has developed a solution that allows customers to run Oracle RAC on AWS using AWS native components such as EC2, EBS, and VPC. FlashGrid Storage Fabric software establishes shared storage access via standard iSCSI protocol implemented in Linux kernel. So, what does this storage fabric software does? Means each and every EBS will be shared between each other through this fabric software. So what is SkyCluster? It is an engineered cloud system designed for database high availability. SkyCluster is developed as a fully integrated infrastructure as a code template that can be customized and deployed to AWS, Azure, GCP, and even OCI. So in these, you can implement RAC in these cloud platforms, AWS, Azure, GCP, and OCI. It's not only limited to AWS. The FlashGrid storage fabric helps sharing local drives between nodes, as I told you earlier. The FlashGrid Cloud Area Network software enables high-speed overlay networks and advanced capabilities for high availability and performance management. In what it does is we need to input all the parameters which is required for our Oracle RAC, and it will create a cloud formation template. So as we go through our presentation, SkyCluster Launcher tool automates the process of deploying a cluster. As I told you earlier that here everything will be automated. It provides a flexible web interface for defining cluster configuration and generating an Amazon Cloud Formation template for it. So the Cloud Formation template will be created and the stack will be created, after which through the stack the rack setup, the cluster setup will be done. This Cloud Formation template creates a stack which creates the underlying EC2 storage and optionally network, and also installs configures FlashGrid Cloud Area Network, which is needed for this setup, FlashGrid Storage Fabric, Oracle Grid Infrastructure, Oracle Database Software, and ASM Disk Groups. So you need to have Oracle Grid Infrastructure software and Oracle Database software present. And how will you make it present? You need to have a S3 which should be publicly accessible, or an IAM role needs to be created so that your FlashGrid software can easily identify the files present in the S3 bucket, so that it can take it from there and can perform the required installations. So the key components of SkyCluster are EC2 VM that is needed at nodes, and one more thing, if you need 2 node rack, then 1 quorum node is also needed. If it's a 3 node rack, then 2 quorum nodes are also needed. So 2 EC2 instances extra will be needed. Amazon EBS or local SSD storage, flash Grid Storage Fabric software, Cloud Area Network Network software, Oracle Grid Infrastructure software, RAG Database Engine, and S3. So let us proceed with our practical demonstration on how to create your Oracle RAC on AWS through this automated tool. So this is the site flashgrid.io where you need to go and you need to fill the details. If you can see from here, it is given here, launch Oracle RAC in the cloud today in 90 minutes in your cloud account. So it takes near about 90 minutes for your grid infrastructure to be up and running. But after that, you need to create your database using DBCA. So let us proceed. Either we can click in here and you can go you can proceed, or else from here you can see Sky Cluster for AWS. You can go from here. So let us proceed with this. So it is given here, means if you want you can go through this. I'm just going directly to launch Sky Cluster in 2 rack nodes. As you can see in here, for AWS it will be using Cloud Formation template. For Azure it is Resource Manager template, and for GCP it is Deployment Manager template. So let us accept and proceed. So let me give the rack name as infra. I'm having some problem with my mouse actually. And let me take the region as Mumbai. Time zone, let me take it as Asia, Kolkata. Next, I will be taking this as Rail 7. I will go ahead with my 19C version, and it is saying install data. I'm clicking on this install database software. So if you are not unclicking it, you do not need to install this, and you can install it on your own. But I will be installing the database software also. And the patches I will be taking, let me take January patch. Let me give the AWS dump file. Let me give the S3 bucket name in here, same as EC2 region. Everything is made public. If you go in here and if you see my S3 bucket, I've already kept everything in here. So these two are the grid software. This is the database software. This is the grid software. This is one of the RPM, necessary RPM, and these are the patches which are required. So for these patches are required. So let us proceed and see whether everything it is finding or not. So I got everything. Let me give the host name as rack 1, rack 2, let it be as it is. And the zone, let me take it as B zone itself, because means it might fail because it was not able to find R4 VM type in my Mumbai region with C availability zone. I'm taking the minimum ones to proceed. So there will be disk per node will be 3, and the size, let me take it as, let it be as it is. You need to mention the size in here. If you see, the number of disks is specified, and these things you need, if you want, you can see. I'm just proceeding. How much percentage of HGA and PGA should be allocated for the database, and percentage of database memory allocated for SGA, percentage of system memory allocated. So the scan listener port, the local listener port, which are taken by default. VPC ID, I'm not providing any VPC ID. It will be created on its own. For your production environment, for you need to mention the VPC ID to be compliant with the security. One more thing, assign public IPs to cluster nodes. You need to enable this so that you can enter so that we can log into our EC2 instance, our nodes. Let me give the name as infra.com. And if you want, so you can send like Sky Cluster operation error alerts to FastGIS support for previewing. If you want, you can give the tags which is necessary in your production, in your project environments. So let me validate the configuration. That is fine, because in C region there's no R4 present. So let us launch the Sky Cluster now. You can also edit and download the configuration if you want. So the template is ready. Stack name is infra. Let me take the SSH key as this, which will be shared among nodes also. I'm not giving any, I'm keeping this everything as default. So let me create the stack. So my stack creation is in progress. You need to manually refresh it to see whether everything is working fine or not. So you can see from here that my EC2 instance has been created. My public IPs creation are in progress right now. My quorum disk has also been created. Ethernet ports and all those have been created. So my stack is created. So right now, if you go ahead, if you check from here, you will be getting the EC2 instance. 3 EC2 instances running with rack 1, rack 2 and rack Q. And the status check is initializing. Let us wait until it passes the checks. So we have this status checks passed. So right now let us log into the instance. Please be sure that your database has not been, your database softwares have not been created till now, and your cluster is also not ready till now. Just the resources have been allocated. So it will take around 90 minutes or so to make your cluster ready and available. I will show you that after logging in. And a user should be FG with which you need to log in. So you can see from here that attention, cluster initialization is in progress. It may take up to 2 hours depending on the configuration. You will be notified with a message when the initialization is complete. So I will pause the video until our cluster initialization is done. So our cluster has been created successfully by Sky Cluster, and I won't be following these steps. For your production, for your project environment, you need to follow these steps. You can check, you need to run first flash grid cluster to verify status of the cluster. So let us, so this is a, like this you can see what is the status, current status of your flash grid cluster. You can see that the flash grid is running fine, clocks are okay, clock synchronization, configuration checks, network checks, everything is fine. We have two nodes, rack 1 and rack 2, whose status is good, and it's an ASM node, yes. Storage node, yes. Quorum node is not a quorum node. Quorum node is rack Q. So we have this yes in here, and the failover group is also mentioned in here. Also we have our data, ASM data, FRA and grid groups present. So if you need to check the health check, Sky cluster hyphen health check is one of the options, from where you can see the status of your ASM disk group, your rack or ASM disk group for your node 1, for your node 2, then alerts, relatable alerts, memory, local listener, everything you can find in here. So if you need, you can go to grid and you can type CRS check CRS to check the whether it is working or not. And if you need to check the status of all the services running on each and every node, CRSCTL stat res hyphen t resource hyphen t, and from here you can see the status of each and every node. So listener is configured and it is online from both nodes. Net ONS proxy ADVM ASM listener, then the ASM disk groups, scan listeners, everything is configured except our database part. That's why database part isn't mentioned in here. So next step, what we need to do is we need to create a database. For creating a database, let us log into Oracle user, and then let us go ahead with silent installation. You can see from here that I have just logged into Oracle and my Oracle home is already set. Why is it set? See here in bash.rc, which is the hidden parameter, in here the Oracle owner, Oracle home and base, these are mentioned except the Oracle SID. So if you want, you can, after creating your database, you can mention the Oracle home also in Oracle SID also in here. So let us go to our Oracle home, then bin, and run the command dbca. And since we will be creating in silent mode, we are creating create database, then the template, my database name, let it be as infra, and my sys password as sys underscore password, system password also the same. I don't want OEM configuration, and the storage type is ASM, and the disk group name is data with these nodes. So I will just fire the command, and it will take some time for the database to get created. So currently this is running. I will pause the video until the database is created. So our database is created. Let me just log into the database and check whether everything is fine or not. So the database has been created successfully. Now let us log into Grid again. And from here you can see that there's voting days. We have 3 voting days created for this. And as I said, the voting days should be in my previous previous theoretical uh, video, that voting days should be in 2n minus 1. So since we have uh, this is our 2 node rack, that's why 2n minus 1 voting days means 2 into 2 4 minus 1, 3 voting days are available in here. So this concludes my session on creation of automatic creation of RAG database in your AWS using Sky Cluster. If you like my video, please do share, subscribe and like. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Take care.